Hello and welcome to HBM's Cryptid-Corner for Thursday, December 3rd, 2020. But we're a day late, but we're still here. We have several things to talk about, so let's get started. First of all, there's the story of Bobby, the sea serpent of Loch Ness. Now, you may be wondering, Bobby? When was it named Bobby? Well, it really wasn't, except in one article. Article written by... doesn't say who. Let's see. So the Chicago Sunday Times dated March 18th, 1934. Catalyst for the article was the recent offer of a reward of £20,000 by circus owner Bertram Mills for the capture of the monster with that famous cage to hold her in shown. This equates to £1,440,000 in today's money. The article says this was equivalent to $100,000. What are the odds of getting $5 to the pound anytime soon? Really? Name Bobby never got past 1934. That's an interesting nickname, Bobby. But it never caught on. Nessie was the one that caught on. Bobby never caught on, like I said. And maybe that's a good thing. Now here's something interesting. An environmental DNA company develops Tasmanian tiger test, determining whether it still exists or not. The thylacine. Australian company specializing in environmental DNA research has developed a method for detecting the presence of the famed creature. That would be interesting if they were to find eDNA proof of the thylacine still existing. It would be quite interesting indeed. Then there was this. Ancient Bigfoot creatures in Nevada are just a legend. Today's article may very well be connected to the issue of Bigfoot, albeit in the distant past. I say may because we simply don't know for sure. Referring to the Lovelock Cave, in which some red-haired giants had supposedly been seen and found, and remains of them found. Including several artifacts, and the Paiute people have inhabited the cave. According to the Paiute, in times long, long gone, they waged war on a mysterious race of giant humanoids that were known as the Seetika. They were massive, violent, rampaging humanoids that fed voraciously on human flesh. Reportedly, the last of the Seetika in Nevada were wiped out in the very heart of Lovelock Cave. Skeletal remains of huge humanoids whose heights ranged from 6.5 feet to 12 feet. Wow. There are no formally confirmed remains of such monstrous giants. Stories certainly circulate to the effect that when the initial excavations began in 1912, the remains of a man who stood in excess of 6 feet, who was covered in red hair, were found, apparently in mummified, preserved states, so the legend goes. So, did the Paiutes have war with Bigfoot? That's a good question. We simply don't know. We don't have enough information. It would be interesting if they did, though. Finally, it was 67 years ago today that Rene Dahinden was working for a dairy farmer in the province of Alberta, Canada. And they were sitting around eating dinner, listening to the CBC radio. They were talking about a London Daily Mail expedition to go in search of the Yeti, or the abominable snowman. And Rene said to his boss, he said, wouldn't it be something to go on a search like this? Well, his boss said, well, you don't have to go that far. They have something like it over in British Columbia. And Rene Dahinden described it as someone turning a switch. And that's what got Rene Dahinden interested in the Sasquatch. An interest he maintained until his passing in 2001. But Rene was quite a tenacious individual. He was not one to give up so easily, until he was forced to by illness. So this is an interesting anniversary today, on this day in Bigfooting history. Thought you guys might enjoy that. And that's going to do it for this week's HBM show. We want to thank you very much for tuning in. We hope that you'll continue to tune in the future. You guys are the heart of the show. I'll continue to do this as long as you want me to. And hey, until next week, y'all be good or be good. This is May-HBM's Crypto Corner.